Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Inside the Mind, where we talk about online marketing strategy, what it is, why it's important, and why you should care. In last week's episode, we talked about overcoming resistance, and in this week's episode, we're going to do something a little different and do a competitive website review for our friends and subscribers over at razorcoast.com. Ian over at razorcoast.com says, "We have changed our direction a couple of times, so it was hard to get our message right. We're now in the middle of changing our website. We mainly contract out trainers to run digital marketing and social media courses as a side business of that, build Facebook apps. We'll end up building technology, our background, but the training pays the bills. We don't have an effective strategy as we've tried many things before working out that the managing all the training worked for us. Now we need to figure out the best content for this." The first thing I want to recommend Ian is that you should really shift your focus back into tech development. For two reasons, really. First, tech development generally yields a higher price point per sale, giving you maximum profitability. And second, contracting outside trainers means they're operating under your name. And if anything goes wrong between your client and the trainer, it's your name that's on the line. I know that the training is what pays the bills right now, but tech development is really something that people need as well. Through good use of paid media and some of the lead generation techniques that we talked about in episode 10, you should be able to get the right people into your funnel and start offering training as an add-on to your tech company, not the other way around. With that in mind, let's take a look at some of the other websites in the tech dev industry and see what we can learn from what they're doing. First up is Buddy Media. The first thing you'll notice is that they have a slider on their most recent work front and center. This gives us viewers a very good, clear idea of the action they'd like us to take. I want to also note that the site itself uses a lot of white space and only adds color to where they want their calls to action to be. Using color sparingly does two things. First, it draws the user's eye exactly to the places that require the most attention, making their click path all but predetermined, which is pretty nice. And second, it gives a subconscious impression that the software they build is also clean and easy to use because the design itself is free of clutter. Next up, we have grapheffect.com. This is a single focus site, so their call to action is pretty clear. Take a tour or get started. Underneath, you'll notice an impressive clientele, which gives proof that if some of the biggest names in the market are using their software, then it should work for you too. Subconsciously, it's also price anchoring, which can repel businesses who might be looking for a cheap software solution. If you scroll down the page, you'll see only a handful of calls to action, each one giving you more information about the product, easing you into becoming more comfortable signing up for a demo. Also note the use of white space and how they make their calls to action incredibly clear through the use of vibrant colors. Finally, we have Optimal, which again uses a lot of white space to give breathing room for their two main calls to action, which are take a product tour and the get started button. They've also got this neat little scrolling ticker of their clients, which makes the page more dynamic, but in an unobtrusive way. I'm also a fan of Optimal's blog, which showcases interesting uses of their technology, like predicting Oscar winners, the top 25 interests of Facebook's employees, and industry news that's relevant to only their business. Something I noticed on your blog is that you also talk about other tools in tech, which is relevant to the community, but it isn't helping your business. Without going into too much more detail for time's sake, I want you to take a look at Optimal's blog as well as the other blogs I've linked in the description. And this isn't just for RazorCoast. You should really be checking in on your competitors on a regular basis, at minimum every 3 months. You want to adopt the techniques that you see working for them and improve on the areas you see that they're weak. Doing this exposes what Scott Stratton calls the experience gap in his book on marketing and allows you to become a better business for your customers. Alright, that's all I got for this week's episode of Inside the Mind. Thanks so much for watching. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Please be sure to like this video and favorite it for easy viewing. If you have a question, leave a video response by clicking on my face or asking in the comments below. And subscribe if you want to be the first to know when the next video comes out.